Alright, here's a quick tutorial on how to change the string on a TAC-15 crossbow without taking it down or letting any pressure off of the limbs. You have to have a solid rod. This happens to be a Delrin ramrod. I have a bunch of these laying around from back when I was working on muzzleloaders all the time. And they're a solid rod. You can't use an arrow or anything that can possibly crush. You can't crush this rod because it's solid in the middle. Now, what you want to do is set your crossbow up like you're getting ready to shoot it. Go ahead and hook the cocking mechanism onto the D-loop on the string, and you're going to pull it back just a little bit until you reach this groove will go on the outside of the limb. It's on the inside of the limbs right now, and as soon as it comes to the outside of the limb, far enough where you can put this rod down in, you let the rod down in there, and then you reverse the process and let the pressure off, and then the pressure of the limbs, and it's not very much pressure on there when you just have it back just a little bit, so it's not going to damage your limbs or anything. What you want to do is slide the rod down in there and let it take the pressure, and then once you let the pressure off, then you can install the new string, and it just takes a second or two to install that string. Then you crank that back once again enough to get the pressure off the rods. You slide those out and then let it down. It just takes a minute. As you can see, it's only maybe 4 inches back, and I've got a little bit extra room. Probably didn't have to bring it back that far. You install the two rods. As you can see, there's no, all the pressure is on the rod. It's not going to come out anymore, and the string is completely loose. It's not anything that's going to hurt anything at all. It just has a little bit of pressure against that and the two ends of the limbs back here, but it's, like I said, you're only putting just a tiny bit of pressure on the system overall. It's not hurting it one bit. If you use something soft, or I say soft but solid, but soft like this Delrin rod, when you use something like this, it allows it to not damage anything because it's not going to cut or damage. You know, you wouldn't want to use aluminum rod or something hard. You want to use a nice, soft material, but something that is solid. This Delrin just happens to be a perfect setup for that.